Nevan go merere telawa, go ngai tabua, ando talita kana varronga na Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.
Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.
Yana Vinaka and good morning Fiji. In this bulletin, ending gender-based violence. Sedelpa's troubles worsen. And 3 new COVID-19 cases.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
Social Democratic Liberal Party leader Sitiveni Rambuka has defended the interview process for the positions of Sedelpa leader and deputy leader, saying various attempts to derail the process are unnecessary. Rambuka, who was interviewed by an independent panel on Monday, says he is very impressed with the Pacific People's Recruitment Agency. Apenisa Wangarandovo reports MP Moses Mbulitavu is suggesting legal redress, saying the appointment of the panel was unconstitutional.
Although Rambuka has supported the current process, he has not commented on the letter of grievance signed by 14 members of the management board and submitted to party president Ratu Epinisa Thakumbau last Friday. The Sedelpa leader has indicated that there are attempts to derail the entire process to try and help him retain his position, which he says is unnecessary. MP Moses Mbulitavu, who had refused to attend his interview for the deputy leader's post on Monday, has today warned of legal action, claiming Sedelpa President Ratu Epinisa Thakumbau failed to act when he received the letter.
The letter is not after the fact that it had to go to a disciplinary committee or to be seen by an arbiter as of such.
MP Nikono Waikula says he is not aware of any letter and he attended the interview because he was contacted.
For me, I think I was happy. I gave my opinion on how to improve the economy, how to improve human rights, how to improve social justice and everything. And I was happy with what I said.
MP Linda Tambuya has also defended the interview process, saying it was fair and that she will attend another interview on Friday if need be.
If the management board wishes on the day, on Friday, to then have candidates come in to be interviewed again, then that's a discretion that the management board can decide, which I believe was the subject of the grievance.
Sedelpa will have a management board meeting on Friday, and while the party's AGM is set for Saturday, it is unclear whether members who raised the grievance will file a legal notice before that. Apenisa Wangarandovu, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama highlighted that no space is immune when it comes to violence against women and girls. While launching the consultations for the National Action Plan to end violence against women and girls, Bainimarama said that women and girls are often targeted at home, workplace, schools and hospitals, on the street and online. The Prime Minister adds gender-based violence not only affects survivors but children who are exposed to it, their extended families, their friends, their work colleagues, and ultimately the nation.
There are also attitudes, social norms, gender roles and rigid stereotypes, where everyday sexism, discrimination and disrespect of women and girls go unchallenged in our society. It is normalized, excused and tolerated.
The Fiji Red Cross Society says it has come across victims of domestic and sexual violence during natural disasters. Most volunteer first responders say they struggle to deal with these issues and help families who are affected. The Society has partnered with the Fiji Women's Crisis Centre to provide training on ways to address the situation. The Fiji Red Cross Society Director, General Elisipevi Rokotunindao, hopes to get enough training to better deal with victims of domestic violence in the middle of natural disasters.
Of times during disasters, access to services are actually affected because the communication systems may be down, even roads may be down. So the work with Crisis Centre is going to help us.
The Ministry of Health has confirmed that there are 3 new cases of COVID-19 in border quarantine, while a 4th patient has recovered. The Health Ministry says COVID-19 case number 35 has been discharged. Permanent Secretary Dr. James Fong says the 3 active cases are all in stable condition and are in the isolation ward at the Lautoka Hospital. 2 cases are Fijian citizens in their 40s who worked in a mining company in Mali, while the 3rd case is a 51-year-old male non-Fiji citizen who arrived in Nadi on the 19th of November on the same New Zealand flight.
There are border quarantine cases. There are cases that do not pose a risk to the community. And they are part of our cases that indicate that our border quarantine measures are working.
172 Fijians have left for Australia through the Ministry of Employment's Pacific Labour Scheme. These men and women will be employed in Australia for 3 years, were farewelled at Nadi Airport yesterday. They have been recruited by the Regional Workforce Management, which already has 193 Fijians in the meat industry.
We have seen some of Fijians who've gone and worked there. Some have kind of, gone a bit off track. Some of them got tempted by the bright lights and various other, what may call temptations. Please remember that you have families back here in Fiji. You may have responsibilities here back in Fiji.
Drainage issues in the town of Lambasa will continue for a while as the Town Council and the Ministry of Local Government work on a new plan. Minister for Local Government Pramila Kumar says they tried to locate the drainage plan for the town, but unfortunately there was none. Kumar told a Talanoa session with Lambasa ratepayers on Monday night, drainage is one of the biggest problems in the town centre. Several roads in the town area are often flooded during heavy rainfall, and it takes hours for the water to recede. Kumar adds they are bringing in an expert to help them with the scheme.
So the way forward for us is to engage a drainage engineer who needs to come down and do a scheme plan and actually tell us what exactly needs to be done for the clogs that are taking place in the town centre.
Owning a new home for her 3 children is a dream come true for Piniana Vukivanatani of Dulanuku village in Serua. While receiving the key to a new home yesterday, an emotional Vukivanatani says it guarantees a bright future for her children. Jasaina Nunga reports the initiative was spearheaded by the Fijian Broadcasting Corporation and Make a Difference Fiji.
From this tent to a proper house, the single mother of 3 says compassion and the willingness to help the needy still exists in Fiji.
Still can't sink in the fact when I was informed on the first day that Make a Difference Fiji and the FBC will construct a new house for me. This after finding out that I have been living in a tent after TC Herald completely destroyed our house.
Vukivanatani adds that she encountered a lot of challenges while growing up. Village elder Saviri Vunike says the initiative has taught them valuable lessons about helping each other in these trying times.
For us in the village, we normally take these things for granted, especially with Piniana's situation. We thought that was life, but more can be done by villagers to help the underprivileged.
FBC Chief Executive Raya Sayed Kayum says the media company plans to assist 3 underprivileged families every year during the Easter, Diwali and Eid.
So this is FBC's contribution to Peniana and a family for Diwali. So next one will be Easter. Next one will be Easter, so we'll find another family.
Around $9,000 was used to construct the house. Shosaina Nunga, FBC News.
Up ahead, Silver Football tops Pool A. A new competition for Touch Fiji.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Striker side Rusina Laumbu scored 2 goals as Vince Works Silver defeated Easy Cool Nandi 3-2 in their Vodafone Fiji FAC pool match at Sobrel Park in Lambasa. The win means Silver will just need a draw against Lautoka tomorrow to qualify for the semi-final. Silver adapted quickly to the heavy conditions and managed to score 3 successive goals after Nandi had the early lead.
About the players, they've been working hard. We back home, we made our own little Sobrel Park, in the front of the academy. It was really kind of soggy, and we adapted to the playing the playing grounds here faster. It's about adapting. It's not about the condition. But we adapted faster and we got our 3 points.
Avengers Volleyball utility hitter Sairusi Navula's commitment to return to the court was a moment of great pride for his family. His uncles Elie and Mikaele Tuvoli represented Fiji in indoor volleyball in the 90s, and the 26-year-old university student is now picking up the mantle. Karolaini Tavi reports the Avengers have declared war in the Suva volleyball competition.
Sairusi Navula had walked away from volleyball last year to complete his studies, but now he's back fighting to don the national jumper.
One of the main messages I have been telling the boys is to always put God first and then He will guide them. That is what my uncle had always told me to help me chase my dream.
The Avengers team was formed in the middle of the COVID-19 lockdown, but since then has competed in numerous club competitions. The young team is now taking on the Digicel Suva volleyball competition, pushing to dominate national squad selections.
We are pushing each other to be better in order assisting them with their schoolwork, because half of the boys are in uni, FNU and USP. So that's the goal of the group. We want them to study and then we want them to get work and hopefully represent Fiji in volleyball as well.
Suva Volleyball Association Interim President Kemueli Nengama says there are more teams entering the competition week after week.
Most of the teams hardly believe that they're having 3 games competition on a weekly basis. So for them it's a good return for their investment.
The competition continues on Saturday at the LICI court in Suva. Karolaini Tavi, FBC Sports.
Touch Federation Fiji has seen an increase in interest in the sport since the competition began post-COVID-19. With plans underway to have an elite competition next year, TFF President Devita Mao says there is a need to encourage young talents to participate in the sport. Mao adds the final selection of the team will be concluded in December, where they will select the top 5 teams.
And I can say with a good degree of confidence, some of these young kids that are coming through, will continue to step into that space of the limelight, through touch backgrounds. Now, whilst the Suva season is running, I think the plan for them is to complete by second week of December, and from there, our elite coaches, will be working with our, the elite squad that we've identified.
A quick look at the weather map for today. It is Thursday, the 26th of November, a step closer to Friday and to the weekend. And as we've been mentioning over the past few mornings, including our 7 p.m. bulletin, a trough of low pressure remains slow moving over the northern parts of the country. Associated cloud and showers continues to affect parts of the group. Best you keep those umbrellas close. And that is your FBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. FBCnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suva. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.